When I got into trading, very quickly, I was able to double my initial capital. So I had $2,000 and very quickly I got to $5,000. But the problem is that when I got to this point and that I started to have losing trades, I started to feel a lot of emotions. And at that point, I was not really able to control these emotions. And what happened is that I simply let them take control over me. And I literally lost all of this profit and came back to my initial capital of $2,000. So why it happened like that? Well, it's simply because, as I said, I didn't know how to manage my emotions. And this was something that literally almost completely destroyed me in trading. And if I didn't have really the motivation and the burning desire to succeed in that, I probably would have stopped. But because of that, I kept on going. I tried to get better. And eventually I got to the point where I was able to control my emotions. And this literally changed my life and my trading. It helped me reach the next level and just get a lot more consistent results on the markets. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys what was the exact process that I followed that actually helped me manage my emotions better. And it is something that is extremely important for you guys to understand, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys have, lost money in the past, or that you are still losing money right now in your trading, and that this is making you very emotional. And this in itself is one of the reasons why it's not going well. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you guys what I did in my life to actually learn how to control my emotions much better, and really what made the biggest difference possible. And that is something, as I said, that is extremely important, and normally it will help a lot of you guys. So just before that we start, as always guys, don't forget to leave a like under the video. I would really appreciate it, and make sure as well that you are subscribed to the channel if it's not already done. So as I said, at the beginning of my trading journey, right, it was really hard for me to manage my emotions, okay? And that's the reason why I'm making this video today. It's because I had to deal with this quite a lot actually, and it is something that really blocked me for a long time, as I said before, being able to progress a lot into my trading. And I want to share with you guys the single piece of information, right, the one concept that made all the difference, right? So just to put you guys in context, okay, when I got into trading, I was very young, okay, and it was really hard, as I said, for me to manage my emotions. So for example, I was taking a trade during the day, or let's say before going to sleep, and while I was trying to fall asleep, I was consistently thinking of my trades. I was very anxious about my positions, and it doesn't matter, if these were winning trades or losing trades and how the trade was going. I was just literally always thinking about my trades. I always wanted to look at the charts. And I remember, when I was younger, I used to wake up in the middle of the night, maybe like 2-3 times per night, just to take my phone and look at my positions and to see if it was going in the right direction or not. So I was a bit addicted to that, and I really didn't have an idea on how I could deal with this better and what I should do to try to improve. And I tried so many different things, and nothing really worked until I found what I'm about to share with you guys, okay? And so as I said, that's why I'm doing this video today. It's because I want to share this with you. I had a lot of difficulties myself with that, and it was really hard. And so what happened is that, as you guys know, when I got into trading, right, I didn't have a mentor for the first year. So at first it was really hard, as I said, to do everything alone. And when I met my first mentors, one of the first thing that I discussed with him is exactly that, okay? So how could I deal better with my emotions? Because I was starting to become more aware that it was, really hurting me, especially, as I said, when I lost a big portion of the profit that I had made before in my trading account, right? And so I was kind of trying to find a way with my mentor to just, how can I really deal with this better? And what I've realized, and this is what literally just, as I said, changed everything for me, is that at first I was trying to remove my emotions, okay? I had the idea that, I was strong, I was a man, and I didn't need these emotions, right? I didn't need to feel these emotions. So when I had them, I was like, no, they don't exist. Let me put them, away, right? Let me put them into the trash, and let's just act as if I didn't have these emotions, right? And so I tried to literally just suppress my emotions. And let me tell you guys right now, it didn't work, okay? It was the worst thing that I could have done, because removing your emotions, guys, it's literally impossible. Okay. And that's really one of the first realizations that I had with my mentor. You cannot remove your emotions. Okay. The reason why, guys, is simply because we are, creatures of emotions, right? And in the past, right, hundreds of years ago, you needed to have a lot of emotions and a very strong instinct to be able to survive, okay? And the thing is that society nowadays is very different to the life of people, hundreds of years ago, right? And nowadays, we don't really have a lot of risk of, for example, dying, okay? So for example, when you lose money, right? Even if you go completely bankrupt and you don't have any money, you're not going to die, okay? You will go on the streets and you will be able to find people that will give you some money and you will be able to get food and stuff like that, right? So your survival is never at risk, okay? But us as humans, right, we didn't have the time to evolve as fast as what society did. And so we still have the same emotions as people who lived hundreds of years ago, that literally if they lost something meaningful, well, they might die, okay? Like literally, and we still have these emotions nowadays. And that's the reason why sometimes it's hard for people to deal with them. It's simply because they are not really in sync with the society that we have right now. But still, humans take a long time to evolve, and that's the reason why it works like that, essentially, right? And so once I had this realization, I was like, okay, my emotions might be real, okay? They might still be there, but they are still not really applicable, right, to the real world in which we live today. And so what that means is that I needed to understand my emotions, understand what they were trying to tell me based on these natural instincts, and then change my beliefs and change my perspective so that I could actually rise above them and be able, right, to keep on evolving, okay? And this made a massive difference. So instead of removing my emotions, I realized that they were there and that they would still be there no matter what. So instead of trying to force that, what I did is that I wanted to accept these emotions, understand them, and then be able to do something about it, right? So it's a complete different process. Instead of trying to remove your emotions, you just accept the fact that you do have these emotions and that you do feel a specific way, and then you just try to understand what this is trying to tell you, okay? So for example, when I was feeling anxious and stressed about my trades, before that, right, I used to try to, act as if I was not stressed and act as if everything was okay. But obviously that was not real and it was not really working, right? And so now, instead of doing that, what I was doing is like, okay, I accept the fact that I'm feeling stressed and that I have this, anxiety inside of me. And then I'm trying to understand essentially what is it trying to tell me, right? Like what information it's trying to provide me, right? And for example, if you are feeling stressed or anxious about your trades, it's probably because you are putting too much attention on individual trades. And the thing is that in trading, winning trades and losing trades are part of the game, right? And for example, if every time that you lose money, you feel a lot of stress related to your trades, it probably means that you have a deep belief inside of you that losses should not be there, right? But that is a false statement, right? It's a false idea. And so your emotions of feeling anxious about your losing trades actually give you this idea that, oh, okay, maybe that if I'm feeling this way, it's because I have a specific belief that tells me that I should not have losses. But if you realize that, and then you realize that no, it's actually a false belief, losses are part of the game and it's completely normal and it doesn't really change anything for the long term, then all of a sudden you will realize why you had this emotion in the first place, and it's going to push you to change this belief that you have inside of you. And if you truly change your perspective, if you truly change the belief that you have, the next time that it happens, you will not feel these emotions, because emotions come from what we believe and what we have inside of our mind, okay? And so your emotions here, instead of being your enemy like it is if you try to remove them, right? When you have emotions, they are actually your allies, okay? They are actually what will help you to become better, because every time that you have these emotions that play against you in trading, you should be able to understand what they're trying to tell you. This will lead to a certain perspective, a certain idea that you have in your mind, and you will be able to adapt to this, to a new idea, right? That will be better. And over time, that is how you improve, and that is how you deal better with your emotions. And that, guys, is the exact process that I did to become better with my own emotions. And as I said, this literally changed my life and my trading, and I was able to reach the next level after that. And I never felt the same kind of anxiety or stress that I had at the beginning in my trading with this simple concept right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, it's a very important one. I think a lot of people need to hear this. So if you like the video, please leave it a like and make sure that you share it with other people as well. I think it's going to help a lot of traders improve their results. So guys, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. And on that, take care, trade with care, manage money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.